PowerPoint lecture. Today we'll talk about ABC, activity-based costing and analysis. Okay, and again here, look at different rates here. The big thing we talk about today is how we're going to assign overhead costs. Again here, the big three still remain the same. So I have direct materials, direct labor, and our factory overhead. How we're going to allocate it all to goods and process. Direct up to finished goods, up until the last part, cost of goods sold. Again, it could be, overhead can be assigned. The big thing we talk about, how do we assign overhead? The three big ways. Plant-wide, single, departmental, or an activity base. The difference is plant-wide, just a one-size-fits-all. So it's okay, doesn't matter what's your department, what area you're in, it's a one for the entire plant. Department says, nope, it's per each department. An activity says is based on what activities you have to do to make the product. Okay, so the plant-wide rate. I talked about it earlier. Plant-wide, like I said, it's a one-size-fits-all. So it's okay, we have one rate, and then for every product we make. Doesn't matter what you're making, like say Coke or Diet Coke, whatever you're making, it's all the same. You say, well, we have different processes. One might cost more or less. Doesn't matter. So one size fits all. And again, like it says here, in this case you have go-karts. How many units we have. Direct labor hours. And again here, compared to our budget overhead costs. Again, take our budget divided by labor. So it says here, every time I make a go-kart, each unit, it's $48 per direct labor hour. Doesn't matter if it's a standard one or customized. It's $48. And again, if you notice right here, if it's a standard custom car, you will get $48 to allocate our overhead. Departmental, like it says here, each department, what are you doing for each department base? So it says here, obviously the big difference here, we see a big difference here. So machine gets most of the overhead cost because, well, they might take more of the cost. They may have more activity than assembly department. Second step, machining, one's based on machine hours, the other one's direct labor hours. That's another big difference, your allocation basis. And again here, how many units do we have? How many hours per unit? And again here, next step, take our, overhead rate. What's it going to be per departmental, each departmental allocation base? Remember, one was machine hours, the other one was direct labor hours. So we see a big difference here in rates. Machining says, well, it's $60, but in the meantime, assembly is going to be $20. So big difference here. Again here, the difference here again goes for each one here. The cost here for machine and assembly department for the go-karts. Okay, and again here, based on labor hours. Again, we talk about everything. Here it says single. Remember, single is a one size fits all. Then it says nope, one's a machining, one's for assembly. They're different. Again, different costs now. Again, that was the big, advantages and disadvantages for each one. Again here, one of the advantages if you do a plant-wide, again, it's all just a one size fits all. So, okay, it doesn't matter. It's all easy to implement. So a gap, we're just ready to go. So, now the other one, disadvantage is, well, no, because you got many different products, many different departments. Look at different things here. Overhead costs may not bear direct relationships. You might not even use overhead costs, probably the big thing, same proportion. Okay, departmental says, let's say, well, it might be a little more accurate, a little more refined. But here it says, well, we assume everything's the same product size and volume. Not always. Sometimes say you might throw off, product costs, just store them. And proportional allocation base. We assume these, but it may not always be true. Okay, an activity base, it says here, focus on each activity. What activity do you need to make each one? Again, here, it's going to be a process. Identify the costs. Activities that have costs. Trace your overhead costs. What is your rate? Assign them. And first of all, say in this case, making a car. Well, you got machine setup, repair, maintenance, power line, heating, engineering. Well, those are all costs. Those are all activities, and they all cause costs. Again here, allocate it. What's indirect labor? What's the factor utility in this case? trace of overhead costs. Which ones will we go to directly? Again, now each one here, because they're all different, each one has a different activity driver from direct labor hours, batches, design, square feet. Okay, and Explorer, each one gets its own right now, because of course, like I said, they're all going to be different. Again, to do it correctly, obviously, a big thing, you got to properly identify what drives the cost, measure the activities correctly. Again, here it says here it's $20 per direct labor hour. Again, here, if you notice, each one will be different. But in the meantime, they each have a different base here. Is it square feet, direct labor hours? Now assign the cost to each one. Again, here, illustrate for the go-karts, for example. 25,000 direct labor hours at $20 per direct labor hour. And the overhead cost to cost objects. And compare, it says there right now. If you notice, each one will be a little different because they all take different things into consideration. The standard or the custom go-karts. And again here, in example 1, in this case, each activity it says right here. Each one will be different from parts to machine hours and so on. Yeah, different things here. Activity basics. Again, the benefits, advantage, disadvantage of activity base. They say, well, it's probably the most effective, more accurate, more effective with cost control, and can be used for other uses. Okay, the big disadvantage, very costly, maybe distortion, and probably the biggest thing is not acceptable gap. You can use it for your statements. Again, lean operations. Many people try to operate lean, accommodate in manufacturing, eliminate wastes, simplifies costing. Activities cost overhead. Different ones here, from unit level to batch. You know what it says here? It means for everyone, such as electricity. It means everyone's using it, not just one department or one area. Batch says, well, nope, it's each for, we're making this one batch. It says, we're making one big batch of products. Okay, and each product line, they're not affected by the numbers of units, each product. Or the facility, not caused by any specific product, performs to the same facility capacity. Here's some examples. Okay, look at need to know here. Like those talked about, from facility to batch to. Yeah. All right, class. That's all we got for this week. Everyone's doing well. Okay. Let me know if anyone has any questions. Okay. Thank you.